Always tracking, always alerting. This is Storm Team 8.
Dry out there now, but we're starting to see some waves of light drizzle reported in spots around West Michigan and just near West Michigan. So, for example, down south in Indiana, starting to already see a glaze set up from the little blips of energy that are moving towards us. So a light wintry mix and snow are possible tonight. We can see the snow clearly on radar, and because we have some reports of some light glaze ice, just want to let you know tomorrow morning as you're heading out to your car, you might have to budget a few extra minutes to scrape off your windshield and then watch for some slick spots as you're walking. We already have a lot of ice from just yesterday, and we also have the fresh glaze that could fall tonight, depending on where you live. It looks like it should be patchy. Staying warmer than average until the weekend. Once we get to next weekend, temperatures do look like they're going to start to land in the 20s for highs. And we're already wetter than average for the month, and we're not even halfway through. We saw so much rain with the system yesterday that we already smashed our rainfall average amount for the month, with more expected to arrive before the end of the month, really. So unfortunately, that's going to have a big impact on Lake Michigan water levels, and already these are high. So all the stats I'm about to give you are even before we had the rain. Lake Michigan is 17 inches higher than this time last year. This is as of Friday. It's 37 inches higher than the usual January average, and the all-time highest ever for January, it's 3 inches above. So we're already 3 inches higher than the old record. Now, technically, this won't go into the record books as the new record until the end, January 31st. They usually average all the lake levels for the entire month before they put it into the record books. But come January 31st, there's a very good chance with this running 3 inches above average that it will claim that new title. The lake has not dropped at all in the last month. Usually this is a time of year that it does. And because we're going into 2020 with such high lake levels, experts are saying that it should be much easier to smash even more records. So we are going to have to watch that with flooding and erosion concerns. As for tonight, starting to see some snow in Sheboygan. This is mainly light stuff, and it's a fast-moving system. It is going to draw some energy off of Lake Michigan, and again, you can see those blips down to the south. A little bit of glaze ice is possible. We could already start to see it in Van Buren County potentially. So if you're starting to see some glaze, let us know. And again, just budget some extra time. This winter weather advisory is in effect for overnight tonight. As for how much snow we're expecting, around an inch or less, not a lot. And if we watch your futurecast, this quick-moving system again could tap a little bit of Lake Michigan early in the day, but by the time we get to the afternoon, skies will start to break and the snow definitely moves out. Here's the 8-day forecast after your 2-day forecast. Monday, Tuesday, looking like temperatures will be warmer than average. Then you can see the dip towards the weekend. And the weekend, we could see another system that's big enough to generate some lake effect snow. We've had a lot of people asking, where's the snow? And lake effect snow is much more likely once we get to the weekend because of the colder temperatures. Now, Leon, we did expect to see a little bit of snow for some of our viewing area just yesterday, but the system that moved through did not pan out 100% as it was most likely to. And so we've had a lot of people asking why. So I have the totals for you. I feel like we owe it to you to show you what we actually got across West Michigan. And so here are the official numbers. To be honest, so much of this forecast unfolded in the most likely way. But from the start, we told you there's a lot of uncertainty. Unfortunately, it's just such a big storm that the impacts could have been way higher, and it was the potential of that, the potential of it being such a monster storm that had us all prepare. Glaze ice is 0.1 to 0.3 inches, and honestly, Leon, we had like 12 hours straight of freezing rain for some spots, but because the surface temperature was sitting at 32 instead of like 31, had a very hard time accumulating. So honestly, a single degree has saved us so much ice in this thing.
And in that tracking center, of course, you all oftentimes are dealing with things that might happen or might not happen.
Oh, yes.
But you have a duty to warn people of something that could happen.
Absolutely, and we take your trust seriously. We put a lot of thought and time into this. We don't want to hype or warn you for no reason. This thing could have been a monster, and we're really fortunate that it was not.
All right, that's what we have to do in there.
Yeah.
Alert people of possible danger, and you guys did a good job of that this weekend. Thank you, Ellen.